It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Rush in. Rush in. Let's go.
On first down, Dobbins. He'll have a first down past the 40. 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
57-3.
Here's Wilson to throw. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go, guys. 4 down. 4 down. Wide. Get wide.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. Slam, slam, slam. Watch that. Check 3, check 3. Undercrunch.
From the 41, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill alert.
Kill. Watch the ship.
Kill alert.
Watch the ship.
On first down, here's Love. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Move 15. 57 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, switch gears. Check. Lucky. Kill.
49, check 49.
Alert flare.
12.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check Mike 27. Squeeze, double. One left. 27, Mike 27. You got nothing in there.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check it out, Reed.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings 1st down.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set it tall, fellas. Let's set it.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like smooth. 55, Mike 55. I want that. Hard. Give me that ball.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Here we go. 50 Cent. Hey, hold on. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right back to him on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Watch the shot. Hatchet. 36. Showing up. Watch it. Rock it. Safety screaming. Let's go.
On second down now, Dobbins. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Check 50. No. Tighten up. Look. Squeeze. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Set. 18 Gator. Mike. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Watch the Leo.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready? 30 base. Check right 54. Line 54. Topper.
On second down, Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Down. 70, Indy.
Hey, let's get this. 54,
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Man.
check.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
3 down. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Shit. Check.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
1 sec. I got 11. Man left. Watch twist.
Watch that.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 36.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Share.
Underdog.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check curls. He's crashing. He's checking.
Look at me. Door.
Slam.
General West.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready, set.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Bravo. 55 snap.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run on 1st down. Love. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's short. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You better be afraid of me.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's get it.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 29. I'm coming up. I'm coming up to you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Army. Got it. Hey, watch it. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Alert 3.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 2-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go, go.
Rap. 53 to Mike. 53.
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First down, Vikings.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 55. Mike 55. You.
Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
57.
Come on, guys, go down. Alert.
Got me. That's it. Watch 57. Hey, watch the ball. 57 to Mike. 57.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
check three, check three, check three. Go on. Check right 57, Mike.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Good, good, good. Motion, motion. Be alert, be alert.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Lady.
All day, every day, any day.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
We want it. Come to my world. Why? Get wide. Shift.
36 power.
Slam. Check. Check three.
Right.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
57's Mike 57. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Guys, listen.
Undercoach. Deuce.
Hold up.
Kill. Watch the shit.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Kill.
Good job right there.
49. Alert flare. Check.
Go. 40. Good time.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Now.
They'll drop the throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Down. 30 base. Makes 3. 218. Chop. 5.
Naeem Hines, his first carry, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, D. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
61. Matchbox right.
Check out read.
Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hey. Hey, foxtrot. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Hey, let's
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now they'll run on the draw. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, exit.
Check. 53.
Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Vikings.
Here we go. Set. 18, Gator.
53. Mike, 53. I'm on. Check. Crunch.
Get it.
On 1st down, Hines. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Look at me. Zipper.
53 to Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's nowhere to go. Here he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert.
57's the mic. Come on. 57's Mike.
To throw again. Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
It's the party now. Show it up. Show it up.
Now a give running right is Love. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Alert. Mike's 57's Mike. You're trapped.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Rock it.
Check nine.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
You got 3 down.
Hold up. Go.
Motion. Check.
Hey, check 24.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Switch, switch. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check safety.
One left.
Watch twist. Watch
14.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
We got double up. All go special.
Man out. Whip. Watch the whip.
Bang out. Bam.
Jam. Slam.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
36 power.
Check Mike 27.
One left.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 27. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 27. Hey, check Mike 27. I know you ain't got it. Mike 27.
Where?
Mike 27. Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike 27.
Check.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Montez Sweat and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check.
Look, squeeze.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Leo.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Tight end right.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson now, throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Look at me. Go, shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
We own them. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam. Good side.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
Watch 54, watch 54. Bring it. Hit it.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
54. Danny, 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 Danny.
But I.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. Watch 82, watch 82. He likes to sneak.
Now.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Minnesota, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.